Hello everyone, welcome to LaExcellence IAS. In this video, we are going to discuss about the orientation, that is a strategy session for test number 3. And the test number 3, if you see, it happens on August 8th and August 9th. On 8th of August, you will be having the mains test for our Ex Shiksha program. And then on 9th of August, it will be followed by a preliminary test. So going into the syllabus for the test, if you see the syllabus, this particular test number 3 focuses on economics basics of NCERT. In the first two tests, we have covered polity, 6th standard to 12th standard NCERTs in 2 tests. In the third test, if you see, we are starting from 9th standard, 10th standard, 11th standard NCERT. And in particular, if you see the syllabus for this particular test, that is population, resource and human capital formation. Here, human capital formation, there is a separate chapter in 9th standard and 11th standard book. Kindly go through it. And then coming to next topic, poverty and poverty as a challenge, food security in India. This is going to be very important, not only for your UPSC prelims, but also in GS paper 3 mains. We have a separate syllabus column on poverty and food security. So kindly prepare your notes in such a manner that you get enough points to present your answer for mains exam also. And then coming to the next topic, national income and development. Here, while reading the syllabus, what you need to give maximum importance is that the basic concepts of GDP, how it is evaluated, and then what is the basic difference between GDP and GVA, and what is the base year concept related to that. You need to kindly go through all this because questions on this are repeatedly asked in the UPSC mains exam. Then going to the next topic, environmental and sustainable development. Again, this is part of your GS main series syllabus also. Then sectors of Indian economy, agriculture, industry and trade, economic reform since 1991, globalization and Indian economy. Here, the impact of LPG reforms, you need to read very clearly. For that, the 11th NCERT book on Indian economic development is more than sufficient to prepare for this particular syllabus. Next component, Indian economy on the eve of independence and 5-year plans. Here again, in 11th standard NCERT, the first chapter talks about this particularly part of the syllabus. So you can go through that. Going into the money and credit, employment, rural development and infrastructure, consumer rights, go through it. It will be more relevant for your prelims examination. Now, going into the current affairs component for this test, which happens on 8th and 9th of August, you need to read the February month 2023 current affairs. As you know very well, for covering the current affairs segment, we are conducting a weekly current affairs as well as a monthly current affairs program. The weekly current affairs program, which we are already having a class every Saturday evening 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Those of you who are interested can join the session offline as well as you can join the session over Zoom also. So if you see the syllabus for the current affairs segment, they have listed polity and governance, art and culture and history, then government schemes and programs. Here give maximum focus upon government schemes, especially the latest government schemes which are in news. Now going into the sources, as I said already, you need to read the 9th standard, 10th standard and 11th standard NCERT. And in particular, the 11th standard NCERT is going to be very, very important for your GS mains paper 3 syllabus, because most of the chapters in this particular book will matches with the syllabus of the GS paper 3. So kindly make use of Indian economic development in a thorough manner, make notes out of it and try to revise 2 or 3 times before coming for the exam. And going into the 9th and 10th NCERT, here in 9th NCERT, you have a very good chapter on food security and public distribution system. And in 10th NCERT, the basics of economic growth and development has been cleared in a very simple manner. So you can go through all these chapters for your reference. Now going into the 9th standard NCERT, as I said already, here the 3rd chapter poverty and 4th chapter food security is going to be very, very important, not only for prelims as well as for mains. So kindly prepare notes from these 2 chapters of 9th economics. And going into the 10th standard book, that is understanding economic development, here you need to give maximum focus on chapter number 4, globalization and the Indian economy, and chapter number 3, money and credit, because money and credit, that we can expect more questions from the preliminary aspect. But the chapter 4, globalization, is going to be very important for your mains examination, especially GS paper 3. Then going into the 11th standard Indian economic development, here the complete book is going to be very much useful for your GS mains paper 3 preparation, because most of the chapters in this book will sync with the majority of the syllabus of GS paper 3, especially the topics such as effects of economic reforms, that is LPG on Indian economy, and then even you have a chapter on poverty, human capital formation. All this will play a very huge role in your mains examination syllabus. So kindly read this book and try to make notes out of it and try to memorize it 2 to 3 times before coming for the examination. And going into the UPSC trend analysis, especially in the UPSC in the last 2 to 3 years, if you see on this particular part of the Ex Shiksha test number 3, this syllabus, they asked so many questions on 2 or 3 topics only. One, you need to give maximum importance on basics of GDP and national income calculation, because every year UPSC keeps on asking 1 or 2 questions from this topic. Second topic which you need to give more importance is related to poverty. Third is related to unemployment and food security. So these 3 chapters are directly available in your NCERTs. So kindly go through that in a better manner, comprehensive manner, and prepare your notes accordingly, so that when you come for the exam, it will come handy for you to represent the facts in a clear manner. So if you see the UPSC trend analysis, lot of questions have came on this particular topic of GDP, that is explain the difference between computing methodology of GDP, then define potential GDP, and then they have also asked more number of questions on GST also. So kindly give your maximum attention to GDP, and then you can also give maximum importance on poverty and unemployment and food security. Then coming to the most important process, that is notes making. When it comes to GS paper 3, what we would advise for our students who want to take this Ex Shiksha test number 3 program is that kindly make notes in such a manner it is very simple and precise, that is to the point. And your notes should always be written in a points wise format, so that when you come for the test, you can write it in a manner how you made the notes exactly. And kindly make use of more data in your answer. For incorporating these data, NCERTs will come very handy to you. In addition to that, you can also make use of our LAEX value addition material, where we have given lot of data which are more relevant for this particular component of syllabus. And kindly include diagrams in a variety of manner. Just don't draw just a graphical diagram. Try to include Indian map based diagrams, and then bar diagram, Venn diagram. So all these varieties of diagrams can be incorporated for fetching more marks in the exam. Then you can also make use of more flowcharts in the answers, and try to include more government schemes and committee based reports in your answer, so that quoting all this will give you a value addition to the answers, and the examiner will also find more room to allot marks for you. And coming to the last most important component in notes making, that is a current affairs process. So whenever you read the newspaper, whatever issues are coming with respect to the syllabus component, kindly make a note of it and try to incorporate these updated current affair facts or concepts in your introduction or conclusion part, so that it will catch the attention of the examiner immediately. Now going into the UPSC toppers copy analysis, again for this economic test also we are showing you the answer copy of All India rank number 1 Ishita Sharma. If you see, again this particular answer has been written in a very particular format, that is it contains a well defined structure with a clear introduction followed by body of the answer in a point-wise format, and a conclusion which is again written in 2 to 3 lines. So what you have to do is, while presenting this answer, you should also come up with more data, examples, diagrams, and in case of diagrams, you should include varieties of diagrams, and you should also incorporate the latest current affairs schemes, government schemes, and committee reports related to that in the introduction and conclusion. So I hope this video is very useful to you. So those of you who are coming for the test, kindly revise for the test thoroughly. Especially keep your maximum attention on 3 concepts as we have discussed in this video. That is, first one is the GDP calculation and national income. Second is poverty. Third is unemployment. So if you cover all these topics, then you can go for the other topics, because UPSC has asked a lot of questions in mains examination on these topics only. So revise for the exam. Prepare well, friends. All the best. Thank you.